Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. Just before we get started, somebody in one of my prior comments said that they would love a mobile version of this. I told the dev on Twitter and they said, oh, need to watch that video, hoping to have a mobile version out by the end of the year. So if you want to go see X-Ray Dev on Twitter, at XRayDev, R-A-I-D-E-V, go and send them some love, tell them that you enjoy Roll. But for now, we're going to try and beat my high score. I should have checked the leaderboards. I bet we've like completely tanked in the scoring. Let's check that. Right, how we doing? Terribly, probably. Our place, 285th. That's a lot less low than I thought it was going to be, but you can see all of these scores, just colossal scores up in the high scientific notation. If you don't know what this is, so it's 1.952249 and then 30 zeros after it, which is just an obscene number. Is that right? It's been a long time since I did science. Or is it the decimal point moves 30 points to the right? And so it would be 24 zeros to the right? It's one of those two. These numbers are massive. How far down do you have to crank? 47th gets you out of the scientific notation. So let's give this another go. Do you hear the morning traffic? Did that bass come through? Right, so what I need to focus on is doing more good stuff to my die faces, because I focus way too hard on the passives to try and get big multipliers going, and not on adding stuff to my faces to make them multiply and reroll way more efficiently. So let's focus on some of that. I'm going to stick with my usual strategy of trying to get a high average roll out of the first die by making 5s that are prime and odd. This is a +4, so that goes there. And sure, we'll do the 1. 9 rolls to get that. Hopefully that pays for itself in 2,430 rolls, right? Cool. Now we will go for our bonus die, our second die through an upgrade. Just holding the spacebar. What do you guys hold? Do you hold the spacebar? Do you hold W because that's where your fingers rest naturally? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Why? Why did you stop 10 short? I'm confused. Game. Alright, well, we'll carry on. It's me being dumb. Sure, I'll take this for the other die first, and then we'll roll to our first upgrade. The temptation is to just immediately track back and start again, because we missed on like 4 unnecessary rolls, but I won't be that nitpicky. Alright, we got some big numbers, we got some incrementers. Single face multiplier replaces a die face of your choice with a single face multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of the highest number times 4. But right now, 2.5 grand is like a lot to be working towards. Let's get an incrementer face, rather than just try and focus on everything being 0, or rather everything being lower than 13. I'll try and get away from doing that every single run. I want to do another casino die run. That looks like there's a lot of obscene multipliers that you could find. Let's stick it, this is going to be in the center, so let's stick it on the periphery of the center so that we can put adjacency rerollers in the center die that will affect more die earlier. Place a die face of your choice with an adjacency reroller. When rolled, the face will cause all orthogonally adjacent dice to be rerolled additional times according to the amount specified. I'm going to guess that's once. Sure, we'll get that. Because then if we can reroll the dice with the incrementer on to appear twice, we'll increment towards 99 twice as fast. Then I'd like this, but I would also like this, and I'd also like a fifth dice, because I'd rather put this on the die to the left of the one that's got the adjacency reroller on it. So let's get a single face multiplier. We'll put that on the dice that does not have the face that's going to go to 99 on it. This is the bit that just seems so expensive. So we'll stick that here. And then let's go for our upgrade. It's rolls like this. The reason why we got to our upgrade there is because this will be 4 times 61 is 244. So that's doing a lot of work in getting value in these early times. So I'll shop upgrade. Right, I'll take this before we reroll, because I would like an incrementer going on this left side as well. Then we'll reroll for free. Adds a die with values 1 to 12. Adds a die with values of all fours. Multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. As you can see. Adds a multiplier to a dice of our choice. So we want that on the incrementer that's getting largest fastest. Or we possibly should have put it on the times 4. That would have been the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? Do I want a single face multiplier right now? I don't think so. Let's go for our next upgrade. There's our 4th dice. Right, there's one upgrade left to get, which will upgrade these passives now that we've unlocked every tile in the shop. Lottery failure, lottery multiplier, 4-leaf clover. Add 6 rerollers that go twice. Add 6 incrementers. I will take 6 incrementers. Thank you very much. Hopefully we can get to these 10,000 kind of cost things with relative ease to build up some momentum now. So 6 incrementers are going to go on the smallest dice. So they'll all start growing quite quickly. Let's put a 3x multiplier. I hope this works on this. That does not work. Okay. In that case, we'll put it on here. And then 6 rerollers. Adds a reroll to every face of your die choice. If we were doing lotteries, all these rerolls would be great. I think next game, tomorrow's episode, we'll try and force lottery meta and see what happens. So 6 rerolls. Where do we want that? Probably here, right? To get these up to 99 as fast as possible. And then whenever we roll, it will always roll 99 3 times. Right, I haven't seen Void in ages. Replaces a die face of your choice with a Void face. When rolled, this face will have no value. When this face is not rolled, it multiplies the value of the rolled face by 2. Consumes all existing weights on the die. A die with a Void face cannot be weighted. Interesting. So if we put that on one of our die faces, on the die that's all 99s, 1 in 6 times, that roll will have no value. 5 in 6 times, it will have 200% value. That seems like a totally worthwhile proposition. Also, I think dies with 77 are important for various lottery multipliers, but as I said, we're not going to worry about lottery right now. Let's get the Void. Let's put the Void somewhere. Let's see. So, probably here, right? On the lowest one of these numbers. Because there's no weights, which we don't have to worry about. Then I will take my... All single face multipliers will now target your 2 highest scoring numeric dice. Sure, let's do that. Because I think that's going to affect... This is a single face multiplier, isn't it? So, we need 23,000. That's quite a lot. But we got there pretty swiftly. Okay. Let's go for our last shop upgrade. I need some way... I need more incrementers, because what I'd like is more 99s, so that then we can start focusing on Yahtzee bonuses in a moment. More lottery stuff. Passive Hunter. Whenever you purchase a passive ability, receive 2 free shop refreshes. Where was that last time, you know? Right, 6 rerollers. I want some more incrementers. Add a copy of a die. Replaces a die face of your choice with a multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of all dice times the multiplier. This includes single or multi-face multipliers. That seems incredibly good, but incredibly expensive. Do we have a target for 6 rerolls at the moment? Probably this, because it's going to do those multiple times. Although I don't know if the adjacency reroller would stack with those rerolls, but I will purchase it. I'll keep experimenting rather than trying to do one thing forever. Add glue. Add glue to a die face of your choice. When a face with glue is rerolled, it gets stuck on the glued face for all following rerolls. Replaces or replaced by attached rerolls. So we probably want that somewhere on our list of die. Question is where? I imagine here, so that this is doing 4x, the highest thing, or the highest two things perhaps, and when this is rerolled, this stays. Now this will stop this rerolling everything else, but these reroll anyway, so let's experiment with that. Am I going to save for these giant things? We need almost 200,000. We've fully upgraded the shop now. Now I'm going to look for some more incrementers. Well, there's some good stuff here, for sure. What do we want of it, though? Upon purchase, your highest scoring die will always be doubled. Effect is not applied to wilds or dice which multiply the entire roll. Top 3. Your 3 highest dice will have their faces multiplied by 10, the other dice cut in half. We certainly want that. Do we want any of this before we get to those bigger numbers? Adds a multiplier to a die face of your choice. Its face, the value of the face will be multiplied by the specified amount whenever it is rolled. Do we just want to start multiplying random 99s at this point? Doesn't seem like the worst plan. Still need some ways to get the other die going towards 99. So we'll just buy a bunch of these face passives, then start on, or the die faces, then we'll start on the passives. Oh, that was dumb. I'm mixing up what things do now, aren't I? This is plus 5x, this is box times 4. Replaces a die face of your choice with a multi-face multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of the most common number, times the number of occurrences, times the number. So 99 times 5 times the number of 99s present. Alright, we're going for 99 here. That's the prevailing strategy now. So we'll buy that, put it down here on this die that's not doing very much. Still want to find some ways to get those going up. We'll buy this passive. Are we buying this one? Upon purchase, your highest scoring die will always be doubled. And the 3 highest scoring dice will have their results multiplied by 10. So doubled and then times 10. Let's do that. Hopefully they synergize. That was massive. What happened on that? So, I ruined it. I clicked when I should not have clicked. Alright. Buying this. Die quantity multiplier. We only have 5 dies, and 5 times 30 is 150, which is not sufficient for my needs. Let's reroll. No 99s bonus can get lost today. Less than 13 bonus also can get lost. Times 10 replaces the die face of your choice with a multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of all dice times 10. This includes everything else. But that's almost 1,000,000, which is like very, very, very large. I want this. I want that on one of our 99s somewhere. Then I want incrementers and stuff, but I think they're going to be harder to find on this higher tier of shop. Adds a previous roll multiplier to a die face of your choice. When rolled, that face will have the value of the previous roll result times 5. This effect cannot repeat. This effect cannot multiply the result of a roll multiplier or the result of a wild face. The second of 2 consecutive previous rolls will be 0, cannot repeat. Let's get times 10. It's going to be expensive. We're at 2, call it 1250. How many rolls do we need to get down to this? Okay, only like 30. We're making points far more efficiently than I thought we could be. Right, you have 499s. You have 1, you have 1. Let's put this here. And I really would like some incrementers. Doubles bonus. The value of all doubles will be increased by 100%. We want that because we'll probably at least get 2 99s a reasonable amount of the time. We also have no weights, so we can invest in that as well, and I probably want this times 10. So let's start with one thing. So that's doing 3,960. The first roll was 11,880. Not sure where quite all the value is coming from. 200,000 there. And now I can't get results. And if I click, I'll lose my position. No, I won't. It's not letting me click because I have a thing in the shop to buy. This. And then let's roll once to get that. Then I want this somewhere. So, adds a multiplier. Adds a multiplier to a die face of your choice. The value of this face will be multiplied by the specified amount whenever it is rolled. Only affects numeric faces. Replaces existing face multipliers. So we want a numeric face with no multiplier. That's going to be you. Anything else that we want here? Glue somewhere would probably be valuable. Possibly on that times 10. Or on this times 10. Because whilst this isn't going to get rerolled very often, when it does appear next to that, it would be very beneficial, although that would mean both die would have to get their favourable result, which is not as ideal. Let's reroll. The value of all prime numeric faces, 99 is not prime. Lightweight bonuses is not for us. I'll take a couple of times 10x's though. Put those on the other numeric valuable faces that don't have good multipliers yet. Still need to do something with all these like 4s and 5s and 6s that we have going on. Right, what doesn't have a multiplier? Times 2, times 3, times 3, times 5, times 10, times 10. We'll replace a times 2 then with a times 10. And I'm actually going to buy this 62. Just because it's going to be way nicer to have than, say, this 2 here. Even though our lowest number rolled won't actually score because of some of our passives. Add half die quantity. All numeric faces have half the quantity of dice added to their result. That's no good for us with only 5 dice, really. Upon purchase, face multipliers no longer replace existing multipliers. Instead, they will be added together up to 99. I want that. And now I want to hoard all my multipliers on 1 die and make 1 super mega die. There's 1,000,000 points for you. So plus times 4 here. Where do we want to put that? Probably on one of these that's being impacted by this reroll and this times 10 and the void. So let's go with this guy. That goes up to 14 rather than replacing the 10 with a 4. Add a value to itself, I will take. So it's probably going to be that 62 we bought earlier. It's not the most efficient, but this 62 becomes a 99 by adding 62 to itself and capping out at the top number. Set all die faces on the chosen die will be set to the same chosen face. That's probably good for us on one of our 99s, that one there, because there's nothing else going on that die. That's perfect. And we can already afford it. Is that 6 half incrementers? I will take. Half incrementer is better than no incrementer. And that is going to go... There's 3, 4, 5, 6 here and 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Do I care which increases? These guys reroll times 3. And they'll be rerolled by this. So these ones will actually get their higher. They just won't reroll when the glue sticks. So let's do over here. Anything else we want? When you roll a number divisible by 5, 99 not divisible by 5. Lottery bonuses, no good for us. Number of dice times 100. 5 times 100 is 500. It's not to be sneezed at. Place the die face of your choice with a multi-face multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of most common number times number of occurrences times 5. 99 is going to be the most common number almost all of the time now. It's getting harder to make Yahtzee bonuses when we're using glue and things around the place. So maybe we do want to invest in that. Actually, what I want first is plus 2x on this guy up to 16. Excuse me. Then this multi-face multiplier is what I wanted next. Gonna have to roll for that. Right, where are we putting it? Let's put it down here. I'd love to get that die re-rolling. Add 6 re-rollers. Add 6 re-rolls. Add plus 5 multiplier. Alright, let's get this. Put it on our super mega die. So that's up to 21. Yahtzee bonuses and Yahtzee rerolls we're seeing now. Replace the die face of your choice with an adjacency multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of all orthogonally adjacent numeric dice times 5. Does not stack. Can't target dice that are not re-rolled. Only affects numeric faces. That could be massive for us as well, knowing that we have that big die up on the top. So I wanted the 6x rerolls down here. And we might as well put rerolls on all of our die. I don't see why we wouldn't. Apart from the one with glue on it. So if we put 6 rerolls on here, these incrementers are going to get us up to 99 way faster. Right, so this is adjacency multiplier times 5. Let's stick that here. I'm getting a bit lost with everything that's going on now. Prime faces, Yahtzee bonuses. Can we actually get a Yahtzee bonus? We cannot, because this die and this die don't have 99s on them. So let's not worry about that for now. I'll take my reroll. When you roll a number divisible by 2, we're not going to be doing that very often, but I will take these plus 5x's. When that number hits, man, it's going to be huge. And this is the same, but a plus 2. I'll take it. The temptation now is to put a weight on that, but we do have... If across all rolled dice, none of the rolls are weighted, all dice results will be doubled, because it's plus 100%. Wild replaces a die face of your choice with a wild face. When rolled, this face will have the same value as your best die face. This includes any multiplicative die faces. That's probably worth doing, isn't it? Do any of these manipulate wilds in a negative way? I don't think so. So let's try a wild somewhere. How long is it going to take us to climb up to, was it like 7 million? Not very long at all. Place the die face of your choice with a wild face. When rolled, this face will have the same value as your best die face. So I think we want that maybe over here. Our last current free reroll. Attached multiplier stack. Multipliers attached to a die face will now stack with single multiface and adjacency multipliers. I don't really understand it, but I can only imagine it's really good in our current situation. Let's get a 5x further multiplier on our super mega tile. This guy that's worth times 33. Let's get them worth times 38. When we roll that and our wild, it's going to get big. Is there a die where we want to set all the faces to 99? Not even really right now, because it will override the wilds and the other multipliers we have going on. So I think that ship is sailed. So let's go for this slightly confusing thing. And just hope that our scores suddenly get dizzyingly large. And we'll roll down a few and just see what's happening. There's almost 2 million right there. This void die isn't helping me very much. Alright, we got some good stuff going. How much are rerolls right now if I had to pay for them? 980,000, sure. Perfect square, we have 5 dice, not 4, so that doesn't help us out. I'll take another times 5 on this guy. Adds a reroll to something. Do we have anything that doesn't already reroll? You guys reroll. You guys reroll. You guys will reroll. You guys don't. And so I could put it on this guy that's timesing by 10. Anything else I actually want here? I don't think so. 4 million for a reroll. Let's go down to 1100. So this is the point where I should kind of realize that is only having 5 dice actually doing me any good? Or should I be considering just buying as many big die as possible? Multiplier stack, combined faces, no weights, doubles bonus, highest score doubles. Oh, okay. Top 3 is probably the reason not to invest in loads and loads of dice. Your 3 highest scoring die faces have their result multiplied by 10, all other dice cut in half. So every extra die we buy is going to have half of its value, which is not going to be incredible. So I won't get too worked up about not buying more dice when we have the chance. More lottery stuff, more rerolls, incrementers. Let's get adjacency multiplier. Replaces a die face of your choice with adjacency multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of all orthogonally adjacent numeric dice times 5. And we'll stick that here. Multi-face multiplier. Is any die not re-rolling 6 times now? Or thereabouts? You're not in your entirety. You are, you are. You are a bit. I could add an incrementer to something. I could add 6 incrementers to something. Let's get these 3 climbing up to 99s. Can't hurt us right now. Might as well put an incrementer on one of these numbers here. Maybe we can keep the Yahtzee dream alive. Does that middle die have times 6 rerollers? Or times 3 on everything? Yes, it does. We don't need that. Alright, let's go for another reroll then. 100 rolls. We're about, call it 50 million. For 100 rolls, what do we get to? About 200 million through 50 rolls. Even numbers increase. When you have less than 6 die, each time you roll, all numeric faces on all dice will be increased by 2. That will get our other numbers to 99 pretty swiftly. Sure. Then we can go for Yahtzee bonuses. Don't need weights. I do want this on there. That's times 48 now. Adjacency multiplier times 5. If we're ever going to make Yahtzees work, we need at least a couple of 99s here. So I think that's all I want to buy out of this lot. Unfortunately, rerolls are now very expensive, so we'll drive down to 900. Still in the same kind of ballpark of earnings. Value of Yahtzees increase the bonus percentage by 1000%. Alright, it's not going to happen very often, but when it does... I mean, let's just see if we ever actually roll a 99 here. Or roll a Yahtzee. Close. Close. Come on, we've got to roll one time, right? Well, we'll buy it in hopes that when it does happen, things really, really pop off. Otherwise, I think we're just going to roll for a while. Right, show me the Yahtzee. It could be that a Yahtzee occurs in the middle of all the re-rolling. And of course the glue here isn't helping us out a lot on trying to get the Yahtzees, because every time the glue hits in the center, we lose all chance of rolling Yahtzees on that particular roll. So maybe it's worth trying to get rid of that glue? Maybe? How could we do that? With a roll, with a re-roll? Something like this? Get rid of that. Now we're more likely to see Yahtzees. There's one. The score did not exactly make me jump for joy. I might have just ruined things. Who knows? Let's go down to 800 rolls. Die quantity single face multiplier. Upon purchase, die quantity faces can be affected by multipliers. We don't have any die quantity faces. Scavenger, receive a free shop reroll every 33 rolls instead of 100. It's tempting. We could go back to our glue strategy. I want to spend 700 million on extra rerolls looking for passives. Let's see how low we get trying to fund 700 million. Or we could reroll now, or we could spend like another 40 rolls or whatever it would be to get to 700 million. Fine, you convinced me. Extra reroll every 33 rolls. Lotteries, lightweight bonuses, shop refresh adder. 10x we want. I've lost all sense of scale of numbers now. I really have. I feel like a weight on that guy would almost be worth it now. 175 million for a weight. I can't put a weight on it. It won't go. Alright then, at least my cash is now refunded to me, which is an excellent development. Previously I would have just lost that money. Anything else to do then? Reroll some. Upon purchase, non-standard dice can receive the effects of doubles, triples and Yahtzee bonuses. 5 billion. No weights reroll. If across all rolled dice, none of the faces are weighted. 2 billion. Did something happen to the numbers in like the last couple of rolls? Because everything got real expensive. Like, I'm not going to reach 2 billion anytime soon. Alright, I think this run has kind of run out of steam. I would like glue back, please. The Yahtzee bonuses do not enthuse me as much as I hoped they might. And I miss having glue on... Is it this one? I'll take triples reroll. Triples is more likely than a Yahtzee. Though we are running low on rolls now. What I'm also learning is when you min-max every decision, these videos get long. Alright. Let's run it down some, see how we're doing. Probably not going to even hit 1 billion, are we? Maybe I went too big on one die and that's ruined me. Yeah, everything's too expensive. We're not earning at a fast enough rate. Just going to roll down to 0 at this point, see how we're doing. What I've learned is 99 strats, not as good as less than 13 strats. 1 billion, we made it. By a gnat's wing. Nowhere near my 32 billion highest score, but hey, you can't win them all. Thank you all for watching. If you're enjoying these roll videos, please do let me know down in the comments. If you have any other questions, comments, or recommendations for me, please do put them down there as well, or consider giving this video a like or subscribing if you like what you see. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.